reporting live from the liquor store. And if you see somebody to my right, it's the most controversial, most outspoken, most real and uncut content creator in the game, West Coast Cowboy, the Kanye West of this content shit, man. What's up with you, my boy?
What's up with you, man? They call
Man,
me the
tell me.
smoke. They call me the smoke. Old. They call me Old Smoking Joe. No,
Smoking Joe.
Smoking Troy. Old Smoking Troy.
Man,
You know how I be,
man.
man. But
I
you
know
know,
how
hey,
it
but
be.
hey, man. But hey, man, it's your boy West Coast, man. I'm here with my boy Hennythemoor. It's your boy West Coast. It's crazy how all of our names kind of like phonetically rhyme together, like we was just like our mom just wanted to have. You know what I'm saying? Like
True.
She had Lavicious, she had Dovicious, and she had Covicious. You know what I'm saying? You see what I did there? I just changed. Yeah, we saw what you did, Mom. You just changed the first two letters of the names. We see.
Indeed, man. But hey, you know, some people that got the first name, all they kids got the first letter. Like it be like
Hey,
Joe, Jack.
real quick. Speaking of OGs, man, I got the OG, the triple OG, my OG, triple OG analytical concepts over here. What's up with you, my guy? Hey, I want to give this guy some love because listen, you started doing something with athletes and social media contents and creators, and I'm gonna tell you this right now: the whole world's copying what you're doing right now. I'm just being honest with you. You are a trailblazer in what you did because now everybody's doing that. I'm just being honest with you. I wish you could patent ideas, like whole ideas, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you came up with the idea to, like, you know how sometimes you rewear your Air Force Ones and you don't put the shoestring, you don't like lace them all the way up, but they still tight on your foot. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Whoever came up with that need to get paid, because man, that's how I wear my shoes. You know what I'm saying? I got one tied up and one untied. You know what I'm saying? We just figure out a way to get paid for our ideas, man.
They're gonna be a tough one. Cause hey, because there's gonna be somebody that said I came up with it in 1999, and there's gonna be somebody else that said I came up with it in 1999, but it was in April of 1999. Else it was in May.
Well, hey, but I'm gonna tell you this though. Listen to me. In South Korea, they just put in a thing that said that the South Korean the dictator of South Korea, his dad invented the burrito in 2011. And I just think it's amazing because I could have sworn I was eating a burrito in 2000.
Hey man, say man, you know,
You know what I'm
like
saying? I
hey.
got hot sauce in my burrito, baby. If I'm not mistaken, that movie came out in 2000.
Like 2000 flat, if I'm not mistaken.
Like
Like
in 2000 flat, like Y2K 2000. Like we thought the world was going to end. You know what I'm
man,
saying?
that's
And we
still
was eating
funny.
burritos. And they said that they invented the burrito. So say, man, if you got enough money, if you got enough power, and if your son runs the country, you can basically do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they invented the burrito in 2011, at least in Korea.
Let them tell it.
In the Korean history books, they created burritos. So hey man, let's live off that. Let's live off that in the 2024 history books, because we got some news that's been coming out right now. We got a guy who's been in our history books for a long time, right? A
Mm-hmm.
guy named the name of Greg Ellis. Right now, a lot of you guys know Greg Ellis by who we should have drafted. What's up with you, Miss Rivera? I see you 2719. I see you. Appreciate you for tapping in. Listen, we know a lot of y'all know not Rivera. A lot of y'all know him, Greg Ellis, off of who we were supposed to. Now put in the comment box who y'all really wanted instead of Greg Ellis. If you're a real Cowboy fan, you old enough to know what I'm talking about, then you put it in the comment box right now.
Oh, damn! That was the play.
Bro, I thought I messed up and was saying the wrong name, bro. Because
Nah,
sometimes I get ahead of myself and be like, and then he got to correct me in the middle of the conversation. Be like, no, that was the other person.
nah, he was
Damn,
right.
let me find out on Instagram. Y'all don't know y'all Cowboy history, cuz.
Numhan Neil, no man. Shout out to my boy
I
Numhan
know
Neil.
Instagram is listen, Facebook, no. YouTube, no. Instagram, like we only been on Instagram, only been alive 4 years. So how we supposed
Talk
to know
tall,
all that
no.
stuff?
Everybody in the chat box got it right so far. I ain't seen no wrong
See,
name. Jose, Sugar Daddy, Jeff,
bro, you tell me
Nate,
not one
Felix,
person on Instagram knows yet.
Ready to
Come
read.
on,
Everybody know.
Instagram. Come on, Instagram. I know y'all. Oh, y'all. This is the baby. This is the baby. This is the baby. Social media. Now I know. Come on, man. Somebody on Instagram know they leaving, bruh.
They jumping off Instagram. I
They
ain't finna take
leaving,
this.
bruh.
I ain't finna take this abuse. That's what they said. You ain't
They,
finna
they,
be.
they said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and going over to YouTube where they ain't messing with people on YouTube. They ain't messing with nobody on YouTube. Come on,
Man.
man. Randy Moss, man. Come on. Instagram, we're going to have a talk after this because y'all made me look bad right now. My mama, y'all did, man.
And you know what's
Y'all made me
crazy?
look bad.
You know what's
We're gonna talk.
crazy?
We're gonna
Greg
talk after the
Ellis.
show. We're gonna talk. Go ahead.
Greg Ellis had a good NFL career. He didn't have the Randy Moss impact, but people really shitted on Greg Ellis. He ended up having a good NFL career. Man ended up having 84 sacks in his career. You know, started consistently. You know, multiple seasons of having eight or more sacks. You know, could put it in perspective. Somebody we love, D Law. I don't even think he got the 60 sacks yet. Greg Ellis in his career with 84. So the man went out there and he had some production for the Dallas Cowboys. Had 77 with the Dallas Cowboys. Last year in the league, he was with the Oakland Raiders and had another 7. So he ended his career with 84. So Greg Ellis was a good defensive lineman. And the fact that we brought him in, being a first, he was not, matter of fact, he was a top 10 pick. He was the
He was
number
top 10
8,
pick.
number 8 overall pick out of North Carolina, 1998 draft. Played multiple years for the Dallas Cowboys. And he's back. He's back in the building. He was one of the hires of Mike Zimmer. Matter of fact, I got some graphics. Matter of fact, so let me pull it up.
HTM got graphics, y'all.
Let me make sure I pull the right one up though. All right, here it go. Here it go. So
hey, listen real quick. Hold on real quick.
Go ahead.
Instagram do know something. They are putting Randy Moss over there. But y'all got to remember, Instagram has only been alive for like 2-3 years now. You know what I mean? Facebook, y'all been alive damn near 20 years. And YouTube, y'all going on your 40th anniversary. You know, we ain't been watching YouTube for no 40 years, but come on, y'all give Instagram some little love now. Y'all give them some little love. And my OG said Jerry loves his North Carolina players. Also, real quick, this is not no regular blunt. This is a blunt sponsored by Rogue Shops. So I need all you guys over there right now to go tag Rogue Shops on Instagram. Tell them for this great this THC and CBD that they're putting out. I appreciate them for being a brand sponsor of West Coast, man. And I appreciate you guys listening to me. I know I have kids that watch me. If you're watching my show right now, your ass should be in school because no California schools get out till 2:00. So your ass should be in school anyway. So you shouldn't even be watching.
Texas is out of school.
Yeah, you should be in. Should be in school. But I'm just trying to be a good example and trying to make this money. So don't hold it against me. Let's back to the content now. Let's go.
Yeah, and if you're in Texas, you're out of school, like my kids are. Just disregard this shit. You should be doing something different in the middle of the day anyway. But back to the content though. Todd Archer, the Cowboys have hired Jeff. I ain't gonna pronounce this right. I ain't gonna pretend like I'm gonna pronounce it right. But Jeff Zignagnia as their new defensive line coach, and Greg Ellis, their 1998 first-round pick, as assistant defensive line coach, according to a source. Now, Zignagia had been in Washington since 2020, including the last 2 seasons as their defensive line coach. Now, I'm going to say 2 things, right? We know that we lost Aiden Dirty, that dirty motherfucker. Salute to him. He went over to Seattle, and he got their defensive coordinator job. Now, it's funny. Our defensive line coach assistant defensive line coach went to Washington, and Washington assistant defensive line coach came over here to Dallas. So we swapped it out pretty much in regard to that. Now, one thing I will say, the Washington Commanders had a good defensive line. Nobody can argue the fact that the Washington Commanders did not have a good defensive line. Their defense overall had holes in it, but nobody could have looked at that defensive line, the way that they drafted and the way that they developed players, and said that they did not have a good one.
Like, think about this. Y'all know how much I love me some Zeke. Go see how many 100-yard games Zeke had against them.
Not many.
I'm going to be honest with you. The only team that could really stop Zeke as a running back was the Washington Commanders.
Yeah, they were hard, dog. And think about the way that they drafted. You know, they had Allen over there, Chase, Montez Sweat. They had a good tandem. The dude that we wanted, right? We cut Ridgeway, and he was on the streets for like an hour before he ended up over there with Washington. So they had a good eye for talent, helping develop players, getting dudes in the door, and they've been a very formidable unit in the NFL for a very long time. So like I love it. I love it. They couldn't stop our quarterback. Yeah, they couldn't stop Dak, and that's really on the back end of their defense where they had issues. That front four, they got their hands in the ground. All them boys panned out pretty damn good.
Hey,
Chase. Go ahead.
shout out to my boy Fluffy and Pups Frenchies. What's up with you? Hey man, if y'all got businesses, man, and you on y'all business page, man, make sure y'all drop some cash app so we can show y'all some loves. And when you guys drop your cash app, just all you got to do is just type in what you want us to say. You know what I'm saying? So say you want if you have a business, right, and you want HTM to shout your business out, all you got to do is say send a $10 cash app, and then just what you want us to say. What? Hey man, it's your boy West Coast. Hey, I'm rocking with my boy Fluffy Puffs Frenchies. In 2024, I got my own dogs coming out, but right now I ain't got no dogs, so I'm rocking with my dog. There you go, man. You feel me? Shout you. If you want some love, put it in the comment box, and we got you. Back to the conversation. There you go.
And we monetized on both YouTube pages. So if you want some promotion on YouTube, you can send super chats, super stickers.
Because I buy a lot of stuff from the nation. I buy a lot of stuff from the nation. Like I buy a lot of the stuff that you guys sell, and a lot of the stuff that you guys make, I buy it.
Indeed. Yeah, we're gonna show love, man. That's how we do it. But I like the move though, man. I like the move because one, Greg Ellis as an assistant defensive line coach, he did enough in the NFL to garner the respect of the player that he coaching up. He was good enough in college to be a top 10 pick. He was good enough to last in the NFL for damn near a decade, if I'm not mistaken. That man, matter of fact, he played 11 years in the NFL. 11 seasons in the NFL is hard to do. Had the production. Was a Pro Bowler.
And I'm gonna tell you this about Greg Ellis. One thing I like about him is this is a get to the point. Like one thing I love about everything, and I was gonna make a video about it, but I was kind of in my I gotta stop doing this too, because I was like, man, they ain't gonna care nothing about this video. I'm gonna have 12 people that's gonna watch it. But I still should have made a video on it anyway. But my cousin saved me because he was like, hey man, you want to go do a show? And I was like, yes. You know what I'm saying? I just do a show. One thing I like about this is a move directed 100% at what we are struggling at, and that is stopping the run. This is the Dallas Cowboys making a cognitive decision to try to stop something that has been hindering them from getting forward. Because not only did they hire a player who's known to be able to do what you did, they also got a coach. You know what I'm saying? So you have Greg Ellis. The thing I like about Greg Ellis is this. Greg Ellis will be able to actually get down in the trenches. You have a coach that's going to be able to show you how to do it. Then you have a player that's going to be able to get down in the trenches and actually show you how to do it. You know what I'm saying? And Greg Ellis is also old enough and young enough where you can still pull up. He can then still pull up his film and showing himself doing it against some of the better running backs that have played in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, listen to me. Like, we don't know if it's going to work because we haven't seen it work. But what I do say is this. I love the inertia. I love the willpower that they're putting behind it to at least try to fix it. Bro, last year, you know what we said we were going to do? Stop the run? Nothing. We didn't do anything. You know what we did in free agency? Nothing. We didn't do anything. You know what we said we did in the draft? We drafted Mozzie Smith. Now, I'm not saying that there's an issue with that, but I'm going to just say this right now. We are already one heck. Hey, and shout out to my boy. Hey, man, we got another celebrity in the building. We got my boy T Bars from the podcast. That's Micah Parsons' older brother. Man, I know he probably hate being known as Micah Parsons' older brother. But that's who you are, bro. That's who you are, man. I'm
what
Latori. Listen, I'm Latori Turner's older brother. She's just not famous. You know what I'm saying? But if she was, that's how it would be. You know what I'm saying?
It'd be like
Janet Jackson is Michael Jackson's sister. Forever. That's how it be.
Hold on now. Michael Jackson's everybody big brother at that point now. Janet yeah, like yeah.
I don't even know if Janet is that's her, but I just know Michael's so big that Michael will for always be. That, you know what I mean? Yeah, you're right on that.
That's Michael Jackson, like shit. That's everybody.
Michael Jackson, bro. Michael Jackson doesn't have a big brother except for Stevie Wonder or Quincy.
It's at that point because you remember Jermaine, the older brother, and he's still Michael Jackson's little brother.
Jermaine is the older brother, and he's still little bro. He's still little bro. You know what I mean? So.
But hey, they're bringing up Paul Gunther though. They're bringing up Paul Gunther, and he's actually the person that's in charge of stopping the run because his job title. Man, he hard too, dog. I'm gonna say this. Do you remember the linebacker in Cincinnati that used to get suspended all the time?
No, but enlighten me of him.
Man, like he was there. That's how he know Mike Zimmer. He was part of Mike Zimmer's coaching staff in Cincinnati. You remember that's when he had the Pac-Man Jones and Burfitt. You remember Burfitt used to get suspended for every goddamn thing. He used to hit.
Burfitt's from my area. He's from out here, so I know.
Yeah, that's the linebacker I was talking about.
Okay, yeah, I know. I know. I know Vontaze very well.
Yeah, so like that,
like I know him like my mama know him because he from out here.
Yeah. So like he's put together some very stout linebacking cores. He was a linebacker coach over there, defensive assistant. And listen, man, like if we're gonna stop the run, it's gonna be his job. His actual job title is defensive run game coordinator. He is coordinating to stop the run for the Dallas Cowboys. And West Coast Cash App is, I'm gonna pull it up for you. So you don't see, so you can see it. Let me take down.
Wow, I did not know my name was not up there. Hey, can't you can change you can put my name up there.
It's up there. You just can't see it when we pull up the people's comments.
Oh, okay.
You know why I said I'm gonna take it out. So it's $ West Coast 1482, and mine is $ Hennythemoor. So those are the cash apps if you want to donate.
And I'm gonna tell you one thing I liked about, man, I didn't know he coached Vontaze, because listen to me, Vontaze was one of those players where he was hated by everybody
except for
and loved by one. He was loved by only one person, and that was the person that was coaching him.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? I love that about my linebacker. Vontaze Burfict was not gonna change jerseys with you at all. Vontaze Burfict was a player that was just, the only problem with Vontaze is he was born in the wrong century, bro. He was born in the wrong decade. Like if he would have played in the 80s, he would have been a Hall of Famer. He would have been a Hall of Famer, bro. Because they would have loved him, bro. They would have loved him. You know what I'm saying? Like how violent and nasty. And the one thing I like about it is, man, he obviously had a coach that allowed him to play like that. Because they would just pay the fines and move on. And that's all they would do. They would just pay the fines and move on.
Because you got to think about it. Because Vontaze will end up being a Pro Bowler and a second team All Pro in 2013.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, man. He was damn good linebacker. No, that's all I was gonna say. He was a damn good linebacker. You know, they just didn't want him in the league because of the play of the people he was putting out.
Yeah, like I said, he was a player. He was just a player of a different. He was. You know what I'm saying? This was not the era for Vontaze Burfict. Out of Arizona, I know him very well. Went to Corona Centennial.
Yeah, so his coach is going to be the person in charge of Dallas Cowboys stopping the runs. And I like that because think about the linebackers he had. Think about the kind of personalities of the linebackers he had. Like they were.
Yeah, I mean, with him, that lets me know that we are going to have a real linebacker because he always had a real linebacker. Like we're going to have a real linebacker, a real middle linebacker, not someone that's getting changed into a linebacker. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like there's no way Jerry's going to convince these guys that they can do it with what we have. I don't believe so.
Shouldn't.
You know what I'm saying? My boy said Antonio Brown ain't been the same since Vontaze hit him. I ain't gonna lie. Somebody did a video on that, man. I ain't gonna lie. That there might be some truth to
that. Hey, you heard of the saying, knock some sense into somebody. He knocked the sense out of that boy. And
he knocked the sense out of him.
Shout out to Justin Kitchen for the $10 cash app on my end, man. I appreciate you for the love. He said he's hit you with a 10-piece too.
Appreciate you, my boy. Justin Kitchen. I know if you got any type of business, anything you want to promote, let me know. I got you.
Indeed, same brother, same. Hey, he been consistent showing love and support, man. So if he need anything, just hey, let us know. I'm gonna put it up here. He said, "What do you guys think about our first round pick being an offensive lineman?" I don't think anybody would be mad at an offensive lineman, especially if it's like a tackle or a center. You know, I don't think anybody would be mad at that. It just depends on who's there. Also, shout out to Q Dog on your end with the $2 super. He said, I love Paul Gunther. He is the new linebacker coach as well. Oh, for real? So we got rid of McCurley? Oh, thank you, Jesus. Oh, man, I shouldn't celebrate the man losing his job. I shouldn't do that.
Well, I ain't gonna lie.
Thank God for the addition of Gunther, though. I would say that.
Hey, he might have got promoted. You know how it is in the NFL.
You can fail forward in the NFL if you know the right person.
If you know the right person, you might fall forward. You know what I'm saying?
Like a guy named Hennythemoor, because you can't tell me that Dak Prescott got better
Yeah,
as
did you see
quarterback.
that Eagles? Did you see this Eagles picture they put out of the Eagles staff? And two of the dudes on the Eagles staff are guys that used to be for the Dallas Cowboys.
They want to be the Cowboys so damn bad.
And then think about this. But I'm gonna keep it real. What it really shows you, and I know we don't blacken fleets, or I don't know what your question is. One thing that it does show is the NFC East is tired of the Dallas Cowboys and their dominance. And they're tired of it. You know what I'm saying? And Washington, what did they do? Fill their staff up with coaches from the Dallas Cowboys. What did the freaking Eagles do? Fill their staff up with coaches from the Dallas Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? They are definitely and I'm gonna tell you this right now, the NFC East is gonna be harder next year, bruh. Because Dan Quinn is not going to be that typical Washington coach where he's just okay with. He's not doing that. Dan Quinn is going to want to beat Dallas twice a year, eagerly. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I guarantee you that was part of his sale. Because you got to think, when Dan Quinn took that Washington job, that was his last job, or he had to come back to Dallas. So you're not gonna tell me at some point of that interview he looked them dudes in their face and said, "Listen. I know how to beat those Hasadidi Cowboy star. I know how to beat them." You're not gonna tell me. You're not gonna tell me he didn't say that.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Dan Quinn sold them on the ability to beat the Dallas Cowboys and the ability to force turnovers. That's what I believe that he did. And I have an
The
echo.
biggest selling point, I think, was that he feels that he can beat the Dallas Cowboys. He can at
Yeah,
least beat the offense.
yeah, I'm sure he did. He had to. Hey, I got an echo. Something coming from somewhere, Wes. Hold on. It sounds like it's echoing back on your end.
You're good over here.
Yeah. No, I can hear it.
This
He
up
said,
there.
hold on.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
All right,
I
let me
agree with
put it
that.
in. Okay, I'll just turn them down while I talk then. So yeah, because when I turn you down, I can't hear it. So it's on your end somehow. But it's all good though. I don't know, man. Dan Quinn, with the moves he been making, he been seeming real oppish. Like I want to go ahead and punch Dan Quinn in the mouth week 1 if humanly possible. I don't want to go ahead, rough his ass up, and get his ass out the way at this point, bro. Like at this point, Dan Quinn just need to go ahead and get 2-piece, get his eyes blacked up, and we can put the shit to bed. Cause I ain't never got shit talked to me by a Commanders fan before, and I'm seeing them just running wild on the social media sites and shit right now. So like if anybody gotta be the week 1 opponent, we usually start week 1 with the Giants or something random like that. Give me the Commanders this year. I want to go ahead and beat them in Washington and just go on about my season because they're gonna be hyped. You remember how they hyped the Giants to start this season? I'm pretty sure they're gonna try to hype the Commanders, especially if they go out there and draft a quarterback this year. If they draft a Jaden Daniels or a Caleb Williams, they're gonna try to hype them over the Dallas Cowboys going into the season. And I want to go ahead and ruin their dreams week 1 so we can get back to our regular scheduled programming. What do you think about that? Just going ahead and bullying their ass out the gate. I can't hear you now.
I muted my mic.
Okay, cool. Cool.
I say it like this. I think it would be good. It would be good football. I mean, it'd be good football. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna make ever since the 17. Who did we start the season with this year?
The Giants.
And the year before, I mean,
it's always like somebody from the division or somebody like super hard.
My question is, why is it always the damn Giants? Like, what's up with the Giants? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know.
Like we have started like, bro, that's like, damn, I just thought about that because there was one year, no, it was 3 years in a row where we started the season off with the Giants. If I'm not mistaken, all three of them were in Dallas too. Yeah, man. Give us somebody else. Give us somebody else. Definitely give us somebody else.
Yeah, give
Definitely
us
give us
somebody
somebody else.
else. Landlord is asleep because he just got off of work this morning. That man worked all night and he is asleep. I done text him. I'm pretty sure he'll see the text when he get up. But we're still gonna be doing Cowboys Uncut, all three of us, about sixes or so, about 6 o'clock or so. So Cowboys Uncut will be together about 6 tonight. But thank you for checking on Landlord. My boy good though. He said Cliff King. Yeah, Cliff Kingsbury is the Commander's offensive coordinator. Cause they got rid of what's the boy name from Kansas City?
Eric Bieniemy.
Bieniemy. Yeah, they got rid of Eric Bieniemy. It's always either the Giants or somebody crazy. It's either the Giants or a legendary quarterback. Because 2 times it was Tom Brady, and then the other times it was like the Giants. So it's always either a super fire ass quarterback or the Giants randomly. I don't like that. If we're gonna have another divisional opponent, let me start in Washington. I'd rather play in Washington earlier on in the season before the weather becomes an impact than you know, playing them later on in. So go
Hey,
ahead
I'm
and
gonna keep it.
get them
I'm
out
gonna
the
keep
way.
it real. If we're really talking about who we want to play first, based on like opponent and blah blah blah, we need to play Baltimore week 1. Get that shit out the way. Cause Nick, bro, that is gonna be a monster, bro. And if I'm
Yeah,
gonna keep it real, I know we were supposed to talk about Gunther in the running game, but we can only talk about that for so long. We talked about it for 20 minutes. That is not interesting. Y'all already know that is something we gotta see it, bro. We gotta see it, right? We gotta see it.
mm-hmm.
So now that we talked about that, we gave y'all content about that, bruh. Now that because we can talk about whatever we want to talk about because we have 6 months before the season even starts. Bruh, that Baltimore game is going to be a monster. And I'm going to tell y'all this right here. The NFL is going to play that as like basically the two MVPs. You know what I'm saying? The MVP, the winner versus the MVP runner up. Like that is going to be a huge, huge, huge game for the Dallas Cowboys. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I would rather play Baltimore in the beginning of the season, and we play them in Dallas too. If I'm not mistaken, in Dallas.
We play them in Dallas. So I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't.
want Baltimore. I don't want Baltimore. I don't want to be playing Baltimore week 14 in a game where it's just like, cause bro, like we be getting these games, then we like, damn, man, that's the game that we got to decide if we win the division or not. No, no, no,
So
no, no, no.
my
Put us
my
put
question
it.
is. My question is, do you think they'll open us up with an AFC opponent, or do you think they'll open us up with the 49ers?
I think they'll do the same thing they did last year, where they did an NFC and then AFC, or they'll do AFC and then NFC.
Because last year I
But
think
I
like
just
one of
know
the
Cowboys
games was
versus
like Kansas
Baltimore.
City and Lions.
But I just think like this: Cowboys versus the Dallas Cowboys versus the Baltimore Ravens opening up the NFL season. That's ridiculous, bro. That's ridiculous. I hope it's not Thursday night though. That'd be trash to play on Thursday night though. So scratch that. I hate playing on Thursday night. I'm just being honest with you. I hate it.
I don't hate it if it's early in the season or if it's because we play on Thanksgiving every year. So
So
like we
our
need,
Thursday night's always going to be at the end of the season almost.
yeah, most of the time because we usually get like a third. Because Thanksgiving always a Thursday, and then we got another Thursday game the following week usually because we're the Dallas Cowboys. So instead of having a short week, they'll give us the 7 days in between, or instead of having a long week, they'll give us just the 7 days in between. So it really don't really work out for us. Most teams have that short week, and then they got like an extended period after they play on Thanksgiving. The Dallas Cowboys usually end up having to play the Thursday night right after that. So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, give me Baltimore. I mean, give me Baltimore and give me San Francisco all before week 5. And I'm okay with it. Because think about this. Like, I know y'all don't want to hear this, but theoretically, if they're because think about this. Losing to a team like that at the beginning of the season isn't as bad as losing to them at the end of the season. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to say I believe the Cowboys are gonna lose or blah, 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 but man, you know, you got to go to, Cowboys. And I'm gonna tell you this too. That's gonna be a real good test of this new defense. Whatever we doing too, Lamar Jackson. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be a real good test, man. Real good test because we ain't never did good against running quarterbacks. Never, 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 never. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I hope the Super Bowl champions do play Chiefs versus somebody. That would be dope. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to play on Thursday night. I want our season opener to be as regular as possible. You know what I'm saying? As normal as possible. Because if you play on Thursday night, that means you're going to have to wait basically 11 days. I want that fake buy during like December. Because that's when we need it. Because since, like my cousin was saying, since we the Dallas Cowboys, we're always going to get screwed. Why? Because we always have to play on Thanksgiving.
And
Which
probably
nobody feels is racial. Nobody feels that's racial. The Cowboys playing. I'm just saying nobody thinks that's racial.
Ooh, matter of fact, I take it back. I know we're gonna play Washington on Thanksgiving again, probably.
Probably.
Because it's Cowboys versus Indians still on Thanksgiving. Nobody thought there was a problem back in the.
I mean, they did give us a Raider game one
Oh
year.
shit!
That was trash.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Like the that's why I'm so big on free agency right now, man. Because I don't even know who's the hell going to be good, if we're going to be good. I can pretty much let you know how the Dallas Cowboys season is going to go right after we sign our free agents. Now we go out here in free agency and we don't sign any damn body. If the team looks down there exactly the same, if the answer at linebacker is putting 10 more pounds on Marquise Bell and hoping that the Morgan Overshown fresh off an injury will be enough, then I know damn well the Dallas Cowboys won't be able to do the things that we expect them to do in the 2024
Hey,
season.
you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy?
You
What's up
muted.
with you?
I can't hear you. Oh
What's up
wait,
with
it might be me this time. I don't think it's you.
Hey, what
There
up
you
with you,
go.
big man? Hey, you know what's crazy too? Damn, man, I just lost my train of thought. What was we were talking about we were talking about
I was talking about free agency.
Oh no, you know what's crazy but sad?
What's that?
Guys like Marquise Bell literally have to make the team all over again.
When you
Because
put it like that, yeah.
what if Zimmer don't have that role? Like what Dan Quinn did, that's why I always tell people there's no James Bonds. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody that has multiple skills. Say, no, bro, you're a one trick pony and just make sure that trick is really good. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And this is the thing now. Now you have a whole new defensive coordinator coming through, and you're like, damn, listen to me. If this was college, half our defense would be in the transfer portal right now.
Yeah,
Half of them would be gone. Why? Because they don't like. If I'm J-Ron Curse, I'm like, bro, I don't know if I'm gonna have a role here. If I'm Donovan Wilson, I'm like, bro, I don't know if I'm gonna have a role here. Listen to me. If you're Demarion Overshawn, you don't even know if you have a role here. Because what if he doesn't want to do that? What if he doesn't want to have a smaller guy, playing in that spot right there in the middle? What if he doesn't want that? What if he wants traditional middle linebackers, outside linebackers, strong side linebackers like he had in Minnesota? So a lot of these guys, man, literally almost have to make these teams. And I'm going to tell you this right here. There's going to be some guys that don't make this team simply because we don't do that no more. There's going to be some guys that do not get re-signed simply because we don't do that no more. Hey, man, I'm the such and such, man. Yeah, man, we don't do that no more. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, I can dig it. But I will say this though, man. Like J-Ron Curse, yeah, I definitely can see him being out. But I can see them utilizing somebody like Dono. Like
Oh yeah, Donald got paid. Donald got paid. So Donald gonna be here. But I was just using that. I was just using that as an example.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, and that is a good question. What will they ask Marquise Bell to do? Will they ask him to stay on the same trajectory that they asked him to, add on another 10, 15 pounds to play linebacker, or will they ask him to go back out there and play, be a rotational safety for them? And that's going to be a very interesting development. One, pay wise, because we all know safety money is real different than linebacker money, and two, career wise, because we also know linebackers take on way more contact. So will he be able to go out there, gain the weight, still have the athleticism, stay healthy, take on the contact like it's like I'm real curious of what the hell gonna happen with Marquise Bell, because I liked Marquise Bell. You know, like he was, and you know how we know is physical and not mental, because when he was still fresh, he was a top rated linebacker in the National Football League.
Right.
As the season went on, his production just dipped. Yeah, like man, like you can't do that shit. You can't do that shit. 17 games plus postseason and think that man gonna be okay. Like hell
Yeah,
no.
yeah, and it's like that's what I was saying too. Like it's almost like it was almost like if listen to me, if Marquise Bell, it could almost come down to last year being a wasted year for him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you played a lot. Yeah, you did play a lot. You know what I'm saying? But you know,
Which is true. This is a true
okay,
story. Michael
what?
Parsons crossed over Stephen A. Smith in NBA All-Star practice and sent him to the hospital. Yeah, Stephen A. Smith got fucked up playing with Michael Parsons. Michael Parsons crossed that ball over so bad his ankle's somewhere else right now. And he did get hospitalized. But shout out to Michael Parsons for doing the Lord's work.
Mm. Yo, let's do a video this off season. I'm with it, Chris Hanna.
Indeed.
Hey,
This is a
hey,
feel good
real
story.
quick, my boy Chris Hanna. You know who that is? You don't even know who that is. I got to get him on the show. Hey, Chris Hanna, listen to me. He had a vision to do a documentary on the greatest Dallas Cowboy quarterback of all time, and that is Mr. Tony Romo. And this dude did a documentary on Tony Romo's life, and it got approved by Tony. Tony Romo did the whole, like, Tony Romo's all in on it, everything, bro. And I want to do some type of viewing or something. He's trying to get it on Netflix right now. I got the DVD already. I'm gonna have him on the show. We're gonna be doing a little interview and stuff with him. But man, it's dope. If you're a Tony Romo fan, you're gonna absolutely love it. So you need to tap in with me. I just been waiting for the Super Bowl stuff to get taken care of, because I know it's gonna be time where we need content. So I wanted to do it then. You know what I'm saying? But if you're a big Tony Romo fan, you're not gonna want to miss that.
Mm-hmm. I can agree. I can agree
And I
with
say
that.
he's the best Dallas Cowboy. He's not the most. I say that Tony Romo is the best Dallas Cowboy quarterback to play as of today. You know what I'm saying? The stats will say that.
Yeah. Yeah, the stats gonna say it and that's for about another 2 years.
Yeah,
If Dak Prescott,
Dak will end up. Listen to me. Dak will.
if he gets the extension, if he walks, then Tony Romo stuff is safe.
Yeah, Dak will. If Dak plays the rest of his career in Dallas, he will. He will. He will eclipse everybody's.
But nobody got love for him, just like nobody had love for Tony Romo until he's gone. I mean, that's the craziest thing. I didn't see all these Tony Romo fans when Tony Romo was here. When Tony Romo was actually here, I didn't see anybody talking about the man like that. It was when he left that all of a sudden people love Tony Romo, and I'm pretty
Hey,
sure it'll be the same for Dak Prescott. Let me get this. I'll let you finish your train of thought.
no, bro, you are so phenomenally good at doing the super chats and stuff like that, bro. Like, I see why your super chats be going up, because you make your people feel important. Read that.
Indeed, man. Thank you for that, man. Hey, and listen, a lot of y'all don't know, I was not gonna ever do content. I was gonna just keep sending shit to this man, and he pretty much put a gun to my head and made me start making content. So y'all really wouldn't have Hennythemoor without West Coast Cowboy being a good big cousin. So salute to you, West. But shout out to Q Dog for the 5-piece. He says West Coast is right. Overshown is 6'3", 220. Zim might have him add 20 to 25 pounds to make him 6'2", 45. Clark already 6'3", 240. That makes sense. I just think that Clark needs a veteran linebacker coach, and he needs a veteran linebacker on the team with him, because Clark hasn't got the development that he needed. Because Clark physically has everything that you want. The issue with Clark is he doesn't see the play until it's too late.
Thanks. And I'm gonna tell you, the issue with our entire linebacking core is this: they need an on-the-job trainer, bro. Like, this is not one of them jobs where it's like, listen to me. I be stuck in traffic sometime, right? And the Lord, at 41 years old, the Lord really be showing me stuff, bro. Like, I be stuck in traffic, and I'll look over to the side, and I'll see these construction workers working, bro, like with hammers and nails and just dirt all on their face. And I'd be like, I just be amazed, bro. Like, these dudes are working. Like, I work, provide for my family, but goddamn, these dudes are working, right? And what I also notice about this, right? There are jobs like construction, bro. Your first day on the job, bro, you is not gonna be touching no tools without what? Without a little high me right there, or a little somebody right there that's gonna be standing there saying, nah, put this there, yeah, put that there, put this there, put that there. That's called on the job training. On the job trainers. They have on the job trainers. I'm gonna tell you this right here. Linebacker is a position you need an on-the-job trainer when you come into the NFL. You can, wide receiver, you don't need that. You don't know why? Because you don't need a trainer to know how to run past somebody, right? You could just run past the dude, you know what I mean? And catch the football. But there are positions you need on-the-job training. You need a experienced dude above you that can help you. Because I'm going to tell you, I'm cooking right now. Y'all gonna have to hit me with some cash app on this one, man. Y'all gonna have to hit me with some cash app on this one, man. Y'all gonna have to hit me with some cash app on this one. You wanna know why, Henny?
What's up?
Because there's positions in football that require experience, and you're either gonna get it by somebody whooping your ass in practice, meaning your teammate, or somebody whooping your ass in a game. And that's called the team you playing.
Hey,
Fire, bruh. What I
you ain't
just
lying.
told you is fire, bruh.
You
That's
ain't lying about that.
fire, bruh.
And hey, real quick, for everybody coming in asking, the people that was hired was Paul Gunther. He came in as the defensive run game coordinator. We signed former first round pick Greg Ellis as an assistant defensive line coach. And then we signed this dude whose last name is Zignog, some letters I can't put together. We signed him as the defensive line coach. He's from Washington. So those are the three hires so far for everybody. But what Wes said is very true. And you know what else? We see it at other positions with the Dallas Cowboys. Because when Amari Cooper was here, I don't think anybody gave a damn about who the wide receiver coach was. Because
Nope.
we saw what he did to help CeeDee Lamb. And we seen what CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks have done to help Jalen Tolbert in his development. So, it's like the big buddy. It's like the big buddy system, man. You need a big brother. You need somebody on the team that can help you work on your craft at the same position. Somebody that's already done it. Somebody that's already seen it. And really, Damone Clark does not have that. His
At
OG
all.
on this team is Leighton Vander Esch, who was consistently hurt and who was playing out of position himself. Like
And you
Leighton,
can't on the job training. What's up, Built Ford Tough Kennels? You cannot OJT from Zoom. You can't do that. You can't do that. And when you're hurt, you're on Zoom because you can't actually stand here with me. Because see, when you OJT and we both healthy, I get a rep, I mess up. Damn. When what you do is you don't tell me how to do it. You scoop my ass over and be like, this is how you do it. Like whenever I take over a team or wherever I coach a new team that has my kids on it, you know what I do? I put my kids in first. You want to know why? Not because my kids are best, not because my kids or because I want to highlight my kids. You want to know why? Because my kids know how to do it. They know how to do it. So guess what you get to do? Just do what they're doing. You
which
always
makes
put the
sense.
kids in the front who know what they're doing in the front. You know what I'm saying? That's what the OJT gonna be. You know what I'm saying? We need, and listen to me. You need it. You need it. Why? Because there's not with the NFL is not like high school. Listen, I know y'all. This is gonna go over y'all head when I say this, but they're really not coaching in the NFL. Just being honest with you. You know when they're you know what they're doing? They're coaching scheme and execution, but they're not coaching skill set in the NFL. Want to know why? Because they've already paid you, bruh. You should already know how to do this. The NFL is not paying you for they're not paying you millions of dollars to hope you know how to do something, bruh. When you sign a contract in the NFL, theoretically, you know how to do this. And if you need more help, when you get that help, February, March, April, May, June, some in July. But bro, they're not out there individually helping players. They don't have enough time. They don't even have enough coaches for that, bro. They don't. So you need to find ways to get coaches on this team, bro. We were the youngest team in football in the playoffs. And guess what? We were also the only team in the playoffs who lost at home.
Which is
I
sad.
don't know if that is a coincidence, but man, I'm tired of these damn coincidences. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. She said there should be the guys are still young and teachable. Well, the young guys especially. But I will say this. There are people that are specialists that help NFL players, during the off season. Like you got to think about the guy in the
Green Bay
Dallas
was young,
area.
but they had experience at the experienced positions. They had an experienced running back. They have an experienced offensive line. Wide receivers was about the same. Green Bay was. I'm listening. Y'all just want to take the L. We got to take the L one night. Green Bay was younger than us, but you know what they also were? They were way better coached than us that day. Go ahead.
Nah, I was just talking about what's the offensive line specialist over here? You know what I'm talking about. They work with the players all the time.
Oh,
Because his
you
name
mean
be
D line? You mean the D line?
offensive line. You know who the hell we always send our players to him, but he's not with the league. Y'all know in the chat box what the hell I'm talking about. I'm getting old. Y'all gotta help me with remember these names.
Herman or something like that.
No, hell no. It's a brother.
Oh,
Duke. Thank you. Damn,
Duke
Big
Mayweather.
Duke. Yeah, Duke. So I agree to an extent. There are people that they need to go and see in their free time to improve. But younger players still need coaching in my opinion.
No,
Like
no. They do need coaching. I'm saying the NFL coach is not there to coach you individually. They're there to coach all, because you got to think the linebacker coach has probably 9 linebackers that he has to coach. 3 that are going to play on Sunday, and then 6 that are like 4 that are on the practice squad, 2 that are on the, you know what I'm saying? So
okay,
it's
okay.
not, they're not
So
individual coaches.
to elaborate on what you're saying, like they're there to coach a position, and if you need individual help, your ass need to reach out to somebody else and improve
Yeah,
your
because
own
they don't
team.
have time for that, man. Like NFL coaches can only spend so much time with you anyway because of the NFL agreements. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I be trying to say, like, when people be like, oh, that needs to be with the receivers after practice and he needs to be, like, yeah, man, that sounds good until you hear a receiver getting hurt in a non-sanctioned practice, and now the NFL is not going to cover their contract. What happens then, bruh? See, nobody wants to talk, and then everybody's talking about how dumb he was and how stupid. Nobody wants to talk about that then. The reason why they do that stuff is because players do get hurt in practice. A player got hurt walking on the field, man.
Yeah, hey, I hope for a speedy recovery for Dre Greenlaw. He is an
That was
Arkansas boy.
crazy, bruh.
Yeah,
That
he
was
is an
crazy.
Arkansas boy. He a op, but he from the state, so much love, much respect, brother that made it out. So yeah, I agree with that.
And I'm gonna tell you this right now: players do not stay after practice at Dallas Cowboys Stadium. No, they do not. You're not able to at any NFL stadium. You're at any NFL team. You're not able to do that. And I'm gonna tell you this right here: the Dallas Cowboys actually got in trouble 2 years ago for that exact thing right there. Remember, that's why we got fined last year. Mike McCarthy got in trouble for that last year. Mike was they can't find the whole team. So remember, they freaking Mike McCarthy got fined for that. Now Jerry was probably the person who paid the fine, but Mike McCarthy did get fined for that, for having excessive practice. He did get fined for that. So no, you cannot do that. The reason they do that is because everything in the NFL has to be even. You know what I'm saying? There cannot be any advantages at all. You know what I'm saying? There cannot be any advantages. Now, I think the Cowboys, because of our popularity, there do be disadvantages all the time. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Listen, I'm gonna tell you an advantage and a disadvantage, right? We play on primetime TV every goddamn Sunday. What are the advantages of that? Shoot, everybody knows who we are. You can watch your games on everything. Why? Because it's on prime time. You get to see it everywhere. But you know what that also means? From a football schematic point, when you're playing on prime time, the NFL and every fan gets to see all your games. all your games. Makes them very, very familiar with your team. Another thing it would also makes it is it also makes every single games feel bigger. We played the Minnesota Vikings in prime time, bro. What's the Minnesota Vikings? You know what I'm saying? We played the Jacksonville Jaguars in prime time. Who the hell is the Jacksonville Jaguars? And guess what the Jacksonville Jaguars did? Because this was the only, they only had two primetime games all season. One was the Dallas Cowboys. You know what they did? You don't think teams play harder when they play the Dallas Cowboys? I do believe they do. And I also believe.
I got to take this phone call.
Go ahead. I also believe that teams, not only do they play harder, but they just, when you're on those primetime games, you're playing for your fans that are out there watching those Sunday tickets and things like that. So you're going to put on a good show, man. You're going to put on a good show. He said McCarthy got fined for having to physical practice and violating the contact rules. It was also limp, though. You can go look at what it was. But there's no NFL team that is allowing players to stay after practice and practice not on their fields. They're not doing that. Because you can only practice a certain amount of time. That's why NFL practice are timed down to like the 15 set. Like everything is timed. Like you have 14 seconds, 14-minute intervals with this, 12-minute intervals of this. Like it's crazy how structured an NFL practice is, and that's because they are ridiculously limited on how much time they can use with the players. He says, right, West Coast, I had Sunday ticket. Exactly. Like all of us bought Sunday ticket for the Dallas Cowboys. Didn't even need it, man. Didn't even need it. Jacksonville been to 2 AFC championships games, and we've been on the couch since '95. Western, man. Hey, man, they also play in the AFC, so I mean, that don't surprise me. The NFC has always been the harder division.
Ray Lewis would be dope. Linebacker, I want an improvement at linebacker, coach, because I don't really like what McCurley did these last couple seasons. But I don't really care.
He did the best what he could. He had safeties playing linebacker.
But the one linebacker that you can point to wasn't playing good either, though. I mean, and that's even further. Like you got two guys to coach. You got two real linebackers on your team. You got Leighton Vander Esch and Damone Clark. I don't think either one of them played well under McCurley since he's been here. That's even worse. You got less niggas to coach.
Yeah. I mean, bro, listen to me. Cowboy fans say whatever you want to say, man. But the last 3 years, we have been put out by legitimately good teams, bro. Like, it was no fluke teams. San Francisco was a legitimate team both times they put us out. You know what I'm saying? The Green Bay was a legitimate team this year. They had San Francisco down. If Green Bay's at home, they probably win that game. Like, you got beat by the better team. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think Cowboy fans, we also need to acknowledge that, because when we acknowledge that, then we're able to accept that, and then we're able to start making the changes. I think the Cowboys have accepted that and acknowledged that, and that's why you're seeing these changes. You're seeing guys, it's like if you're a boxer, right? You're a boxer and you're winning fights, but bro, they're tearing your freaking chest, your chest up. They're tearing your chest area up. So what do? You go find a coach who specializes in what? In protecting your chest. So you know what that means to me? That means to me that somebody on their team has watched their fight and was like, damn, what? Bro, he's getting hit in the chest a lot. And guess what? Over the last 5 years, we haven't even had that in Dallas. We haven't even had someone that's just been looked at him and been like, damn, we have not really stopped the run. You know what I'm saying? So it starts with the coaching. Next, we're going to see if they solidify this. We want to stop the run with the players, because when free agency starts, we're going to have to get some players, because just getting these coaches and telling them, hey, make it work with what we have, that's not going to be good enough. So we're about halfway through this conundrum. You know what I'm saying? Halfway through. They fixed it on the coaching side. So now let's go see what they do if they solidify this decision by doing what? By solidifying it with players, because you got the coaches now. So let's see if you actually go get the players. If they go get the players, man, NFL might be in trouble, bro. NFL might be in trouble. If the Cowboys really stop the run in 2024, the NFL might be in trouble, bro. NFL
Okay.
might be in trouble because listen to me. If we stop the run, it doesn't matter what Dak does on the offense. It doesn't really matter because we're
That's
gonna give them because we already take the ball when you put it in the air. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was going to say. If the Dallas Cowboys are able to stop the run and you don't take that big of a step back in passing defense, then yeah, the Dallas Cowboys will be a very tough unit to stop.
There's gonna be a very hard team to beat.
But I also say this though, man.
And
Like
Micah Parsons, I'm gonna tell you this. If I'm sorry to cut you up, if we do stop the run, if we are able to stop the run in 2020, Micah Parsons will have 20 sacks. He will.
Yeah.
He'll actually get more sacks this year.
I can agree. He'll have more opportunities the rest of the
And
way.
your DBs will probably get their hands on the ball more.
Indeed, man.
He says not buying it. West Coast or defense played bad. Our defense played bad in one game, bro.
Nah, that's not true though.
Well, I'm saying as far as what I'm speaking on.
You just talk about the postseason?
Yeah, postseason.
Okay. I would say this: they need to be better against better teams. We're supposed to shut down the Washington Commanders with Sam Howell.
But listen to me, there was still more games.
Can I finish this thought? You're supposed to shut down those guys. You know what I'm saying? Like my issue is, and that was probably why it was time for Dan Quinn to go, because the level, the productivity of your defense against good teams dipped this year. Like last year in 2022, it was even Steven. It doesn't matter who you played, your defense was only giving up 20 points. This year, when you played scrubs, you only gave up 11. When you played any team with a post, you gave up damn near 30. So that was my issue. It was the consistency. Like it's okay to shut these folks down, but it's also okay the actual guy to step up and be able to duplicate that against better teams. Because that was the teams that made it further into the postseason did.
Now, this is what I'm saying right here. You only really got to stop the run about 4 times a year. So, did your defense play well enough of majority of what you needed to do in the NFL? Because listen to me, even if you stop the run 100% and you give up in the pass game, you probably lose more games than you win this year. You only really need to stop the run versus teams that want to do what? Run the football. Most teams in the NFL don't want to run the football. They don't. No. Now, we understand that when you get in the playoffs, that's what teams are kind of forced to do. Why? Because of injury, because of weather, and because that's just what playoff football is. So when I say the Dallas Cowboys defense played well majority of the season, they did play majority of the season, and they are a good defense. And I'm not saying that the Dallas Cowboys need to tear this defense. If you tear this defense down, you're a worse defense now. This is a defense where we're asking the Cowboys to do one component. Think about this. If the defense is so bad, why are we saying if you fix this one component, you probably have the best defense in football? That's because the other factors of the defense are really good. They're really good. So I don't want to sit up here and just shit on this defense, because I think that's what we tend to do. We played bad versus teams that wanted to run the ball. Why? Because we're not designed to stop the run. That's like a baby diaper. I always give the analogy of the cheap diapers, right? Like we had on diapers that just said diaper. You know what I'm saying? And this is a 9-month baby, and we have on 3-month-old. Oh, we have 3-month newborn diapers. You know what I'm saying? That is not a diaper that's designed to catch all the shit that's about to come out that big ass baby. That's not. You know what I'm saying? So why would we even expect? I was not even expecting to stop the run this year. What I was expecting is that the offense was going to have long, methodical drives, and my defense wouldn't be on the field a lot. So that's why I was never any team that listened to me. I predicted Buffalo was going to run all over us. That boy James Cook. I predicted it. I even won a couple bucks off that prize pick. You know what I'm saying? So when I say the Cowboys defense, we are if we're able to stop this component of what our defense does, then guess what? Because listen, you go look at games where the Cowboys did stop the run, you have blowouts. You have games where it's just total domination. And that's what you're going to get. You know what I'm saying? Because guys like Micah Parsons, he is going to get that. The missing element to Micah Parsons getting 20 sacks right now is he needs their team still have the ability, even when they're down, because we cannot stop the run. Teams still feel like they can still run the football. Why? Because they know we can't stop it. And I'm going to tell you this right here. I don't give a damn how many points I'm down in an NFL game. If I feel like I can still run the ball and get 5 to 6 yards on your ass, I feel like I'm still in this game, bro. because
I mean,
play
all
action.
that is true and all that is fair. But all I'm saying is like they need to be better,
Yeah,
against one
of
of the
course. I'm not saying
hold on. All I'm saying is when you play these other teams, you know what I'm saying? Like you
that
can't
run the ball.
I mean, not just run the ball. They tore us up with play action too, with
Yeah, but
motion.
play action is
Oh,
indicative of running the ball.
can I finish the train of thought and then you can finish? Because there's like three things I want to touch on. So play action, motion. There's a bunch of shit outside of just running the ball that they struggled against. Now, partially some of that shit is because Trayvon Diggs was out. But I can give them that. Right. Some of that shit was on because Trayvon Diggs wasn't there. But it wasn't just running the football. Like they got passed on too at times when they played good quarterbacks. They weren't taking the ball away from these good quarterbacks. They weren't taking the ball away from the guys that were from the good offensive coordinators and quarterbacks. Like those turnovers and shit that came in bunches, they didn't happen when we played good teams. It really barely happened in the Seattle game.
I
So
mean,
that's all.
to be and think about this, and that's the reason why you lost. So it's like,
I mean,
so
we won the
we're basically saying we're trying to. So I mean, this is the thing. Play action is all set up off the run. So it's like a team, just like in that Green Bay game when they torched us with Anthony Brown. Go look at that play. If you're a team that's able to play action, you're able to move that. All that is motion. All that is movement. All that is movement. So if you're able to stop the run, one, that kills the play action. And I'm gonna tell you this right here. I mean, that's kind of like the obvious, like the elephant. That's like the obvious. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like the obvious. Like in the games that we didn't do that, those are the games we lost. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? You still won 12 games this year, which was more. So you actually won more games than you actually lost games, double the amount of games. Now we can say, the games that we lost are, now I believe each game you lost for some different reason, but one of the biggest commonalities in all of this was the Dallas Cowboys' ability to stop teams from running the football on them. You know what I'm saying? And that's another reason why, like even the blowout games that we had, even some of them blowout games that we had, they were games, and then guess what? Then they became blowouts. It wasn't like a straight just, except for maybe like the Giants game, where it was just top to bottom, just kill, 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 kill. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, Cowboys stop the run, man. Y'all know if the Cowboys stop the run, you're gonna be able to. I ain't gonna say you may go undefeated, but it sounds like you might go undefeated if you ever stop the run.
I hope so. The question will be, and one of the things that Dan Quinn did not do was match personnel up pretty well. Because we heard it from the horse's mouth. Josh Allen still expected to go out there and throw the ball, but he said because they stayed out there in that dime and nickel all damn game that like they invited that ass whooping on them. And we really go back and look at the game, it seems true because they didn't really start running the ball until like the second, third possession. So I sort of believe him when he said that they weren't intentionally coming in there to run the football, and that the looks just were too good not to run against them. I mean, think about it. Even when you're in your base defense, you technically have an extra cornerback on the field because you got Marquise Bell playing linebacker. So even when you're in quote unquote regular personnel, you're still actually in nickel. You got an extra defensive lineman on the field at all times.
Yeah,
Defensive back on the field at all times because of that.
Yeah, and then you got to think freaking like you got a guard pulling on a freaking safety, really. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I know they're freaking. All this is being recorded, but they're killing these dudes, bro. Like, even if you don't even like, you could literally just have a guard pull at Marquise Bell on a fake play and just have him pull on his ass and just hit his ass, right? Boom, and don't even run that way. But Marquise Bell still got to step up and still got to take on this guard. Why? Because he don't know if there's a running back behind him or not. Then the very next play, you could run the same play and actually give the running back the ball. Like, bruh, there's just so many. And then, and I'm not, and listen to me, and I don't want people to think that Marquise Bell's not a good player, but it's like you're trying to freaking, you're gonna use the Lamborghini to pick up the soccer team from practice. Like 80 y'all ain't gonna be able to go no matter what you do. You know what I'm saying? It's just not gonna happen. It's not physically possible. You know what I'm saying? And they were asking these dudes to ask for physically impossible things. You know what I'm saying? So just get some guys that are physically able to do it. what I'm saying? Also, like we was talking about with the OJT, get some guys that can OJT for you. Like Stephon Gilmore, that was a good OJT, man. You got a defensive player of the year playing cornerback, man. You don't think he was teaching them dudes? Hell yeah.
As he should. As he
Hell
should.
yeah, he was.
And listen, he's the last cornerback to win Defensive Player of the Year. So you don't think them young guys up there listen to everything he got to say? The man won a
And he got
championship.
paid. He got big money too, so he got paid. So I know they listen to him.
So let's go down the checklist. Big ass bag, probably future Hall of Famer, multiple Pro Bowl selections, Defensive Player of the Year. Yeah. They listening. If he talk, they listen. If he talk, they listen. And that's the kind of person I want. That's why I want Bobby Wagner still. Because listen, I know people gonna say he's a liability and coverage, all this other shit. That didn't stop him. That didn't stop him. That didn't stop him from making All Pro. That didn't stop him from having 180 tackles. That didn't stop him from being good against the run. And if you are that concerned about his coverage, take him off the field on third down. That's all you got to do.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you why I'm not gonna be afraid of any linebackers coverage. Micah Parsons. You know why? Because Micah Parsons is going to be screaming off that edge, and we're going to tell that quarterback to worry about Micah Parsons before you try to worry about getting that ball to that tight end. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. When that quarterback Micah Parsons, bro. Bobby Wagner ain't going to be covering too much. He ain't going to be covering too much.
And I'm pretty
we're going to have a legit pass rush.
And I'm pretty sure Zimmer will put him in position to be successful anyway. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even sure that Zimmer would put him in coverage often. I think they just ask him to blitz. I think they'll ask him, just the man in the middle. I don't really think that he'll be in too many situations where he'll have to cover. Even if he does, I don't think it'll be man-to-man coverage. I'm pretty sure at his height and size, he can sit in zone for 3 seconds.
And I promise you, in his defense, if a linebacker is 40 yards down the field covering, it's because a corner fell down. It's not because he's really backpedaling 40 freaking yards. I've seen Micah Parsons do it. I've seen Jalen Smith do it several times. I've seen freaking I've seen what's the boy, the linebacker that came in for a game? Evans did it.
Rashaan Evans, listen, people try to say Rashaan Evans got cooked. That was cover 2. He wasn't even supposed to be
40 yards away from where he was supposed to be.
He wasn't even supposed to be back there. Like, the fact that he got there and say the touchdown was commendable.
He was at least 40. Listen. He was 40 yards away from wherever he was supposed to be.
That man was down there in the damn end zone. Damn well they don't call plays for the linebacker to be that damn far down there, especially him.
Or not 40 yards.
Yeah. He wasn't supposed to be that damn far down there. It was cover 2. It was cover 2. That man was playing
massive. That was a massive coverage lapse on somebody, or somebody fell down. Because I'm gonna tell you this right now. Falling down in the NFL is equivalent to having a massive break. You want to know why? Because these dudes are so fast, bro.
Man, explosive.
If a quarterback slips and a quarterback sees it, touchdown, bro. Touchdown. Over with, bro. They're too fast, bro. You're already running backwards. You're going to tell me you're going to fall down, get up, and no. In high school, maybe. You ain't even doing that in college, bro.
Yeah, like I said, the only way that shit ain't a touchdown, the quarterback don't see it. That's
or it's gonna be a big play because the safety got there in time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's still gonna be a huge play regardless. Whether it's not a touchdown, it's a backbreaker.
And I'm gonna keep it real with you. If you look at most big plays in the NFL, that's what they typically are, because everybody's so good and fast. Most big plays in the NFL are typically that. Either it was a lapse in coverage or someone fell down. A lapse in coverage meaning the cornerback thought they were in cover 3 and they was really in cover 2. So he thought he had somebody behind. No, actually, a cornerback thought he was in cover 2 and they was really in cover 3. So he let that wide receiver run past him, and that safety can only be at one place, and there's only one. He can only be on this side of the field, that side of the field, or in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
You see it even on CeeDee Lamb's play. On CeeDee Lamb's big play, I think if I'm not mistaken, didn't know. I think somebody Yeah, that's what I said.
It
Cornerback.
was man-to-man coverage. He was with CeeDee Lamb, but then he wasn't with CeeDee Lamb. He slipped at the last moment, and it was over with after that. He said
Yeah.
Evans is proof how bad McCurley was. I mean, yeah, like, listen, we didn't even play Evans. We went and got Wilson to even play him. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know, man. That was weird. I just found that weird. She said Queen Cowboy said too much merry-go-round going on in the NFC East. You know, as long as good players are coming, as long as good coaches are coming here, I don't care where they come from. You know, because I didn't need somebody on our staff that can make us better. So you
Yeah,
know,
because some of
like
these guys weren't good coaches, so you got to get them out of here. And then when you get them out of here, you got to replace them with somebody. So
yeah, so
sometimes firing someone is a good thing for you.
it's a ripple effect too, though, because the moment somebody loses a job, then you know you got to hire somebody to replace them. They're they gonna go get a job somewhere else because they're probably still decent candidates in the eyes of somebody else. So you know, I pray so too. Like I said, we won't really know if any of these coaching hires pay dividends until probably training camp, because that's when we're gonna actually see them.
Yeah, and also think about this. You know, somebody wants to speak on CeeDee Lamb's contract negotiation. When you think they're gonna start?
Probably they already started, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think they're already. I mean, they're already talking about it.
We can't say it, but it's already started.
Yeah, he already started. And I'm gonna tell you this: CeeDee Lamb, he's not on his. What is this? His 4th year, right?
5th-year option.
So this is his 5th year option year.
Yep.
Oh yeah, he's not gonna play.
Yeah, he gonna get that bag. They already seen him. There's already a picture of CeeDee Lamb, his agent, and Jerry Jones at the Super Bowl. Like they talking.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell y'all if they don't get it done, do not be mad when CeeDee Lamb talks about not being at training camp.
Matter of fact, here it go right here. So yeah, Cowboys owner Jerry Jones, CeeDee Lamb, and Tory Dandy, Lamb's agent, hanging out in Las Vegas. So you know this was around when CeeDee Lamb did the show with Michael Parsons. He was talking about being either the or one of the highest paid wide receivers in the National Football League. So I'm pretty sure it's started at this point. As it should be.
And you know what? You know what that also lets me know? Jerry Jones. You know what? Maybe this is the all-in mindset that they were saying. Because guess what? You know what? You know what? Oh my God, the weed did this.
We do this. Plug that herb again before you give your point.
Hey, listen. Maybe going all in for the Dallas Cowboys is just doing stuff that makes common sense.
I hope so.
Imagine that, bruh. Going all in for the Cowboys. We don't have a linebacker. How about we get a linebacker? All right.
Damn, that makes too much sense, bro.
We don't have this. How about we do this? We don't listen to me. We don't know how to stop the run, nor do we know anybody that knows how to stop the run. So guess what we got to do? How about we go hire somebody that knows how to do it? Okay, then, because I'm gonna tell you, y'all know that's what rich people do. Rich people don't learn stuff. You know what they do? They go hire someone that learns them. Like I know, like listen to me, Micah might get mad at me, but Micah, I ain't gonna tell his business, but I'm gonna tell you this: Micah got better in Madden overnight. You wanna know why? Because he plays with the best player in the world. That's all I'm gonna say. The guy that just won the bet, Henry, that black dude with curly hair, that's Micah's buddy. That's Micah's playing buddy. Now, do they probably got some type of agreement? They probably do. You know what I'm saying? They probably do. Just like all these professional athletes want to go to the lethal shooter guy and want to become these great shooters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can
Making Cowboys just doing stuff that makes common sense, man.
He said, pay Lamb and extend Dak. It's the all in for Jerry. It's the wee woo that Jerry is pulling on the fans. I will say this, though. A Dak Prescott extension, and if he gets 4 years, it's about $26.2 million that you save. If you extend CeeDee Lamb, you save about $13 million against the cap. So by extending those two players, the Dallas Cowboys clear about $40 million in cap room that they can then use to go shopping in free agency. So I think it's part of it. You first and foremost, you got to get under the cap. You're about $20 million over. You'll be about $20 million in the clear by making those moves. You cut Michael Gallup, about another $10 million. You restructure Trayvon Diggs, that's about $7 million. You restructure Zach Martin, that's about 12.5. So the Dallas Cowboys, in theory, can clear over $60 million in cap space to go out here and go shopping. And that's with only cutting one dude and just reworking the contract that you got. So the Dallas Cowboys are in position to go all in if they want to. We're gonna see the willingness of the Dallas Cowboys in the upcoming months. Remember, free agency starts in less than a month. It starts like March
Yeah.
13th, March 14th. So we'll know then what they're gonna do. If the Dallas Cowboys make a move the first week of free agency, no, the first day I should say. First day of free agency, the Dallas Cowboys make a move, then you know if they're really all in or not in terms of bringing in the name.
And you know what I would do with Jerry Jones?
What's
If
that?
I was Jerry Jones, you know what I would do? Because you see how close CeeDee Lamb and Micah are. I would pay CeeDee Lamb and I would turn around and pay Micah Parsons the next day. And I would try to give them the same damn contract. I'd give them the same contract, bro. I'd give them both. Because imagine if you give Micah Parsons 4 years, 24-year deal, $110 some million, $110 million, give CeeDee Lamb, I think they would both sign that. I think they would both sign it. And then think about this. You're done. This year's cap is gonna be strapped. They're not even strapped, but it's gonna be taken care of. And then Cowboys just do what they normally do. But then going forward, you don't have really nobody to pay. Like instead of stringing contracts along, pay them or like do what the rest of the NFL does. As soon as someone's eligible to be paid, pay them. Why? Because that's listen, you're gonna have to pay a lot anyway. So the quicker you get over it, it's like taking a pill. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna hurt swallowing it. You just going to swallow it, man. You got to just get over it. But the quicker you do it, like taking garlic, the quicker you get it, then you do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what me personally, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to pay Micah Parsons right now. I'm trying to play CeeDee Lamb right now. And I think with them being as good friends and Micah seeing CeeDee Lamb getting paid, oh my God, how that feel? Getting $40 million in one day, $50 million in one day. That gonna get paid. You think about all these guys that are gonna get paid. You don't think Micah would be like, damn, Dak got paid, CD got paid. You feel me?
I think it'd be good for morale because I also know
That'd be dope, bruh.
Because hear me out. I also know when Dak Prescott was up for a contract last time, and they were still going through that war all the way through the middle of the season, it had an effect on the locker room. Because remember, old boy came in here. I think it was the 2019 season. He used to play for the Seahawks. You know, and he part of his outburst, you know, you can't be worried about about Dak Prescott's contract. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a distraction for the whole damn team. So it's good for morale. Go ahead and sign the boys up. You know you need them. You need your all-pro quarterback. You need your all-pro wide receiver. You need your all-pro pass rusher.
Right. If you give Micah Parsons $40 million and let him be a part of that, we all just got signed. That mother effer is gonna go crazy, bro.
Hope so. I believe in Micah too.
I believe, bro. Micah would go because, bro, you know how turned up they would all come into camp. They would all come into camp turned, bro. Because you know how players be after they get paid, bro. They be trying to, because think about this. In Dallas, when you get paid, you gotta prove that you're worth the money. And they know it. Everybody else, they're like they're showered with joy. Patrick Mahomes got $250 million. Come on, guys. Tyreek Hill had a parade. He's coming home. Tyreek Hill's coming home. He got $60 million. Oh my God. In Dallas, Dak Prescott is making $40 million. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Is he worth it? I don't know. Is he worth it? He has to go earn that money now. I mean, Zeke had 3 consecutive 3,000 yards, 10 touchdowns. It didn't have a consecutive because he got suspended 6 games, but he had 990 or something like 980 yards. Zeke gets paid $16 million. Oh my God, but did he earn it? I don't know. He still has to. I mean, I still need to see some. I still need to see. Amari Cooper tears freaking wins your games. He gets paid. I don't know. Amari Cooper, I don't know, because he doesn't really show up in big games. That's how Dallas is, bruh. So think about this. It's gonna be pressure anyway. It's gonna be pressure anyway. If I'm Jerry, man, I'm paying all three of them, bro. I'm paying all three of them.
Yeah, might as well because you need to. You save money giving the boys extension, and
And
you're over the
all
cap.
gonna be turned up, bro.
He said, "Is Al Harris still on staff?" Yes,
Hell yeah,
he is, and I'm happy. And I'm happy that he is.
I gotta get up out of here.
All right, but shit, man, go ahead and say the closing line. Then we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up.
Hey, man, you guys already know what it is. It's your boy West Coast. Never look down because stars up. Peace.
Peace, y'all. We'll be back about 6 for Cowboys Uncut. So y'all spin the block on us.